Johnny. Move your chair in a bit closer.
All right,
Let's
Johnny.
get a bit closer. We can't really get him. Is that going to mess up camera things? It just feels more intimate.
I walked around you then and headed for the band, didn't I?
Yeah, nice. Johnny,
Then you pulled me back.
I pulled you back.
Yeah.
Were you heading for the band?
I was for some reason, and yet I didn't have a song in my head.
The song in your heart.
It must be that front, babe.
Okay. Well, it's certainly not the guy with the ginger hair, is it? Well, it could be.
Could be. Look at him. Do you want to meet a young lady, or do you want to buy a car?
I don't know.
Toyotas work for
Both.
me.
Johnny, you're the first ever guest on BBC Three. I was hoping you were going to come. Have you got anything to say for posterity? Because they might show a clip again of the first guest ever on BBC Three one day. This is a moment to go down in TV history. Do you fancy that?
Of course I do.
Go on, then. Here we go.
To all of you, especially the two attractive girls who put in the front row to keep people seated and comfortable, you're watching this, it's the birth of a new thing. Now, if this somehow goes wrong and history rewrites it and Johnny ends up becoming Prime Minister and takes us to war properly...
I will.
Don't blame the entertainers who are here just to plug something. Some of us have an album, some of us have a book. All of us are here for some reason, but this being a facet of the BBC, and the BBC being paid for, like, through the government, and the government being voted by you, if this is crap, it's your fault.
Moving words. Classic words for a new era.
They won't get away with showing that on some dodgy documentary to film students,
They
will
certainly
they?
won't.
And that's what they do. I went off to study pottery, and they showed me Soylent Green, where they eat people. What's that got to do with the jug?
I don't know.
Swear to God, on my life, some bloke sat us down and went, watch this, I think it'll mean a lot. We sat down and watched it, and I'm going, no mention of handles.
But how many years ago was that?
Oh, 14 now.
Stayed in your mind. He was right.
14.
Stayed in your mind, though, didn't it?
Yeah, only because it was that poignant. It was one step away from being beaten.
Well, those were one step away from being beaten.
Yeah, you know, you always remember your first beating off your dad. You always remember the first time a tutor takes you to one side and goes, watch this film, I think it'll make a difference. and you watch it, and then...
Seminal moments.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Can I ask you...
I get that funny feeling you want to move the chat on.
Well, a little bit. Because what I thought I'd do, I thought we'd reach question one.
All right.
OK, I've got to ask a question. Did you see, because everyone's talking about it, well, not at the moment because they're watching this, but did you see the Michael Jackson show, the interview, the big show?
I didn't see the big one. I saw the brilliant, like, press coverage of the show. And the first time in my life, I believe the press.
OK. Do you know what? You don't need to see it, actually. It's quite handy you haven't seen it.
I did want to see the bits where I wanted to know just how many rides he had. You
don't need to know all that. All you need to know... I don't know if any... Did you all watch it?
What do you mean I don't?
You don't? I'm going to show you what you need to know. This is the only person worth looking at. Forget Bashir. Forget Jackson. The only man I like, you remember, rub your hands man. Do you remember him? Did you notice rub your hands man? You know the expression, the salesman rubbed his hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the shop.
And then he learned bass guitar.
The shop. Have a look at this, here we go. Here he is.
Can you put that on the list?
There he, look at that.
Look, he's stroking.
Yes, a very good choice, sir. Very good, Michael, yes. What a fine customer you are, sir.
You can smell the money.
Have you thought of a garage to go with that guy you've just bought?
Look at that, still rubbing his hands. He rubbed his hands for 9.5 minutes, this guy. And that was edited highlights of a trip to a shop.
Yeah, but as a kid...
He's sick.
Look at that.
As a kid, and some of you grow out of it, you know when you rub your hands proper and you get them little, like, rolls of, like, dirt that come up, and they taste quite nice.
Yeah, they do.
He might have been hungry. No, you do that. You sit in your own like Mr. Miyagi with nothing to cure, and you just go, I'll have that later when she's gone.
You're talking about first time.
In the middle of a boarding date, really, and then he ran off. That does surprise me.
You don't. Well, I remember the first time I was taught the art of... Look, where does it come from?
Yeah.
No one puts it there.
Soap makers have never developed that knack. There's something that pulls it out just from pure friction.
Johnny, do you want a drink, incidentally?
I'd...
Because you haven't got a drink. Hang on, wait a second. I know you like it. This series I've got a butler. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Burrell, our butler for this series. Thank you very much. Big class, Mr. Vegas. Thank you, Burrell.
Oh, very well.
What is that word?
This is one of my favourite cocktails. I know you usually like a pint of the back stuff, don't you?
Yeah, but that's fantastic. Scandal in a glass.
This is one of you told me this was one of your specials.
It is. Remember what I said to you earlier on. Sit up straight, don't slouch when you've got guests.
Okay, thank you very much. That'll be all, Burrell. Paul Burrell. Hang on, wait a second. Johnny.
We'll have a look later, because I'll bite the orange out and make them look like false teeth, and you won't know it's me, and I'll rifle through your drinks cabinet.
Has he just nicked a vase? I'm sure there was an extra vase there that he's... OK, this week...
Would you nick a vase?
Yeah.
Letters are so much easier to stuff in your pocket.
Well, ask him. OK,
No, they were just tissues. Discarded tissues.
Easy. Do you know what? Dustin Hoffman this week, I have to ask you about this before this descends into before there's no plan to this. Dustin
It's
Hoffman...
live.
Yeah, I know, but did you feel slightly embarrassed with all that flattery? I've never experienced anything like that.
It's not easy to take flattery from a bloke that your sense is quite as drunk as you. But when it comes out, soak it up like a sponge.
No, but you were up there for ages. Did anyone see the Empire Awards? It went on for a long time.
Yeah, did anybody see it? No, because it was on a rival digital channel. And nobody bothers watching that one. This one, had it been on this chat... Sorry, somebody prodded me with a stick.
Okay.
Right. No, he did. He goes up there, we became friends. Nobody wants to know the nature of our friendship. We met, we got on, he was nervous, his speech wasn't going well, he dragged me up to help him out.
Prop him up.
I tried to tell him afterwards about why he was so similar to my dad, and he just dissed me.
Did he? Suddenly it was all over.
I was like, you're just like my dad. You both get on with your work, you don't chase the press, and somehow you get work from word of mouth. You do it through acting. My dad does it through sash windows, and he just glazed over.
He started off the night as your idol, he ended up actually quite a poor.
Yeah, he ended up like, I don't want to be your dad, I want to be your young teenage friend. And he couldn't be, and you know, we genuinely thought we were so close, and yet so far apart. Like when you have to find your receipt when you've been to the supermarket.
OK, do you know what?
You know the bloke at the
Johnny, my producer's going mad. Yeah, I'm trying to butt in. You come down here and try.
Yeah.
I'm Johnny Vegas here.
And the producer.
You try. What am I going to do?
Why did the producer bring you in? Because you're good at listening.
Yes.
Because they want to talk to you, I want to talk to you, they're just jealous. I'm talking to you and they don't like it, so now they're talking into your ear.
True?
And they want me out of it. We could be friends if it wasn't for that bit of nag.
Seriously, it could be the two Johnnies at Christmas with glasses doing eggy skit. Oh, you messy.
It could have been.
Wait, look at that. I know you've got a drinks problem.
Where's Burrell when we need him?
I'm going to do it now. He's got a drinks problem.
I told him I don't want the juicy bits in there. That was why Bob...
It's all right. Do you know what, Johnny? Married life, obviously...
That was why Bob... If it was key order. Nobody would have needed to know.
It's one of Paul Burrell's specials with one of Diana's glasses. OK. I've got some other guests coming on. While I'm talking to the other guests here, I've got a catalogue there, yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to send them a present on behalf of all of us here. I want you to look through that catalogue. Yeah. I don't think it's quite in the spirit of the whole wedding thing. But do you know what? Have a look through that. Just look for something. I've got something to look... Well, you might want to glance at one of the TV
Thing is, I could close my eyes and take you to the bra section.
I bet you could. OK, just hold that a second, because I've got to do some really important... I've got to do some important linking stuff. Can you do that, just using the force?
Yeah, I can do it on my own.
Come on, just use the force.
Unless you've changed the toy section.
OK, see what you've landed on. No, it's shoes. Stacked shoes. OK. Do you know what? I can sense some of you are getting fidgety.
Shoes are like bras if you tie them together.
They can be. In a sort of... They can be. Once we've entered the mind of Johnny Vegas.
I understand.
No,
I know, you've had enough of me now. This is just like the job group meeting bit. Anyone apply? Me, 400. Yeah, well, shut up. Let's talk to everybody else.
OK. No, we've got something
I'll
a lot of people have worked really hard on.
I'll be fine.
That's why we had that whole thing. Don't go to underwear and start doing that either. OK, we've been on air for 18 minutes and there is still no reality TV.
With an unzippable bit for your toothbrush.
Johnny, no.